Let's take a look at the string builder. In the realm of Java programming, strings are mutable, meaning their contents cannot be changed once created. This limitation can be cumbersome when dealing with frequent modifications. To address this, Java provides the string builder class, a mutable sequence of characters that offers efficient operations for building strings dynamically. Think of the string builder as a blank canvas where you can add, remove, or modify characters as needed. Unlike strings, which create new objects with every change, string builder operates on the same underlying object, making it more memory efficient for string manipulation tasks. While string builder is generally more efficient than concatenating strings repeatedly, be mindful of its capacity. If you know the approximate size of the final string, setting an appropriate initial capacity can avoid unnecessary resizing. So to emphasize this point, resizing adds a performance overhead, meaning it reduces the performance. When creating a string builder with a specified initial capacity, the underlying character array is allocated with that size. If you continue to append characters and the current capacity becomes insufficient, the string builder will automatically reallocate a larger character array. This is what is known as resizing. It is not possible to guarantee that the capacity will remain fixed. The string builder's capacity will automatically adjust as needed to accommodate the growing string. So what features does the string builder class actually have? Generally speaking, it has functionality for appending, inserting, replacing, deleting, reversing, as well as other functionality such as setting a capacity or getting the total length of a string. Alright, enough of the basics. Let's get a look at some code. And don't worry, the entire code example discussed in this video can also be found on GitHub. I have uploaded it so you can try it out for yourself and create your own test cases. You can find the links to the GitHub repository in the video description below. Alright, so here we have a Maven structure. And we also have build scripts for building the application, as well as run script to run the application. Now, depending on your operating system, you're going to use the CMD files for Windows and the shell scripts if you're using Mac or Linux. Alright, let's start by creating the string builder. String builder SB, in which we put a new instance of string builder. Now let's append strings, and also let's announce that, append strings. We use SB to access the append method, and then we provide the string that we want to append, which in our case is hello. Then we append another string, my friend. Now let's simply print out what we just did. System out println SB. Alright, let's see how this looks in action. Let's build and run the application. And here you can see, hello, my friend. Alright, let's insert a string at a specific index. And let's also announce that. Insert string at a specific index. For this, we're going to make use of the insert method, in which we first provide the start index, which is 5, and then we append the string, which is a blank, and then the word there. Now let's take a look at what this looks like. System out println SB. Alright, let's check what this looks in action. Let's build and run the application. And here we see the new string. Hello there, my friend. Alright, let's replace a portion of the string builder. And let's also announce it, replace a portion of the string builder. For this, we're going to use the replace method, in which we provide the start string and the end string, which is 0 and 11, and then the word goodbye. What this means is that whatever index is between 0 and 11 will be replaced by goodbye. Alright, let's print this to the terminal. System out println SB. And let's see what this looks like in action. Let's build and run the application. And here we can see, goodbye my friend is the new string. Alright, let's get a substring. So what is a substring? A substring is a part of the total string that we have. For this, we make use of the substring method, in which we provide the from index and the to index, which is 9 and 18 in our example. Whatever comes out on the other end will be put into a new substring variable of type string. Now let's output the substring using system out println substring and then the substring. Let's see what this looks in action. Let's build and run the application. And here we can see the substring that we have from 9 to 18 is my friend. Alright, now let's delete characters within a range. Let's also announce it, delete characters within a range. For this, we're going to make use of the delete method. And here in this specific case, we're going to delete everything between the index 7 and the index 18. Having done so, let's print it to the terminal. System out println SB. And now let's look what this looks in action. Let's build and run the application. And here we can see what we're left with. The only thing that remains is the word goodbye and the exclamation point. Alright, now let's reverse the order of characters. And let's also announce it. Reverse the order of characters. For this, we're going to make use of the reverse method. This does exactly what it's supposed to do. It puts the last character first and the first characters last. Hence, it reverses the entire text. Now let's print it to the terminal. System out println SB. Alright, let's go to the reality check. Let's build and run the application. And here we can see the reversed goodbye. Alright, now let's see how to get the current length. Let's announce it, get the current length. So for that, we're going to build a new variable length of type int, in which we put sb.length. So it is the length method that gets the length of the string builder. Let's also print it to the terminal. System out println, length, and then a length. Alright, let's build and run the application. And here we can see that the current length of the string builder is 8. Alright, now let's get the capacity of the string builder. Let's also announce it, get the capacity. For this, we're going to build a new variable of type int called capacity, in which we put whatever the method capacity responds. Now let's print it to the terminal. System out println, capacity, and then the capacity. Alright, let's build and run the application. And here we can see that the current capacity is at 34 characters. Obviously, this will resize when it's needed. Now let's take a look at how to convert the string builder to a string. We already did it before, but here we're going to do it explicitly. So let's first announce it, convert the string builder to a string. And here we build a new string variable called str, in which we put whatever's behind the toString method. So let's print it to the terminal, system out println, string, and then the string. Let's see how it looks when executing the application. Let's build and run the application. And here we can see the string. Alright, now let's check if the string builder is empty. Let's also announce it. Check if the string builder is empty. For this, we create a new Boolean variable, isEmpty, in which we put whatever's in the isEmpty method. The isEmpty method is the one that checks whether the string builder is empty or not. Now let's print it to the terminal. System out println isEmpty now, ? And then isEmpty, which is true or false. Now at this point, the string builder still has text. So let's delete everything. For this, we're going to use the delete from 0 until to the total length of the string builder, which deletes everything. And now let's make use of the isEmpty method again to get the new status of the string builder. Let's also print it to the terminal, system out println isEmpty now, ? And then the isEmpty variable. Let's see what this looks in action. Let's build and run the application. And here we can see the first time that we checked isEmpty now, false, which was false at that time. Then we emptied the entire string builder, and then we checked again. isEmpty now, ? True. To sum up, we first covered the basics of the string builder in Java. We then created a code example in which we appended strings, inserted strings at a specific index, replaced a portion of the string builder, got a substring, deleted characters within a certain range, reversed the order of characters, got the current length, got the current capacity, converted the string builder to a string, and lastly checked if the string builder is empty. Now, I would like to know something. What did you think about this video? Did you like it and found some value in it? Hit the like button if you did. It helps this channel grow. Also, subscribe to this channel because it is the best way to get notified about videos like this one in the future. I would like to thank you very much for watching. My name is Gene. See you in the next video.